TSC. This is Chad, I'm Shaving Cadre. I'm going to be giving you another shave this morning. The family's still asleep, so getting ready for church, so to speak. We will be leaving for church soon. Well, not soon, but I mean soon relative to meaning when you got to get 2 kids ready for the day. So we'll do this style similarly like I've been doing all of mine, kind of like journal entry style. It's a fun way to do it. So up on deck today, if you guys can read it, is the CBL Rose Oud Tallow Crop. So this is a soap that Chris has been working on. As you know, Chris loves making soaps, aftershaves, anything in general. He sent me a lot of stuff. So this is a rose ouded scent. It smells really good. I would give it like a 4 out of 5 on a scent of strength scale that people like to use. I will tell you though, Chris, it's not staying as croppy as when it, is that a word? As when it first came out. So it's hardened up. So I just figured I'd let you know. I don't know. I mean, it's hard now. I mean, not like hard like a triple milled soap or anything like that, but it's hard. So I did bloom it a little bit. It was pretty full, so I wasn't able to bloom it real well. But I did bloom it, so we'll get that rubbed into the beard area. And we'll just enjoy a shave with this stuff. So, Chris, again, I don't know how yours is gone, but you might want to look at it. Is it supposed to stay croppy? Did I store it wrong? I mean, I just, you know me guys, you saw where I store my soaps that are on deck, so that's where I store it. So before I jump into this, as I let this pre-shave kind of just sit in here, today's shower, I wanted to show you guys my dilemma, because this is the last soap over there on that shelf. So I got to decide and pull out what's going to be the next round of soaps in my every other day. And I usually try to rotate through a certain artisan as I do it. But I'm contemplating next week, Monday through Friday, just making this be it. Because I think if I use it every day, I might be able to make it gone instead of every other day. So we'll see. Next week's a busy week anyways. So let's see here. So anyways, I've had my brush soaking. I'm using the fine stout angel hair brush. It's a good brush to use on soaps that you use your first use. So anyways, next week, Monday through Wednesday, so that's tomorrow, Monday through Wednesday, I have a summit meeting that is technically happening in New York, but we didn't fly out my team for this. We usually don't try to fly the team out in summer months because we know a lot of people have travel plans, like in the weekends and stuff like that, and it affects when they're going to travel. So, right off the bat, guys, look at this proto lather. My gosh. Chris, what did you make here? I could shave with just what came off the pug. I won't, but I could. So anyways, Monday through Wednesday I've got the summit. And those of you that don't know, my boss is in New York, and most of my team is in New York. So when these types of things happen, summits usually happen earlier in the morning. Well, this one's happening in New York. Start time 8 a.m., which means start time for us of 6 a.m. here in Utah. Sorry if I cough. I've got not a cold, but my allergies have been really bad. So anyways, let's build the lather. So Monday through Wednesday I'll be very early, a little bit of water, very early morning. I get off early, which is nice. I mean, assuming that the summit's going well and I'm able to leave when I want. But Thursday and Friday I'm on PTO. So, there's that. I've got that basketball clinic up at the University of Utah, and I got my first game assignment, my very first game assignment on Thursday morning, tip off at 8 a.m. I gotta be there at 7. Will be in the Huntsman Center, where the Utes play. So I'm really looking forward to that. So you guys won't be getting basketball stories, but I don't know when they'll all happen. Because as you heard, I got to be up to the U at 7 a.m. at the University of Utah. Okay, pause that discussion. I'm using the timeless razor. Look at the craftsmanship on this beautiful razor. Gosh, I love it. With that 7 a.m. blade. I haven't used these 7 a.m. blades in a while. I have them sitting in my drawer, and I grabbed one out yesterday. I figured, let's see if they're better than I remember. Yesterday's shave was good. Let's see what today's shave is. So anyways, gotta be there at 7 a.m. and they go until like 4 p.m. with class session, court games, review, videotape, discussion, going over new rules, everything. And this is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, I'm not going to be online much, guys, this week. What I'm trying to say. Which is also why I'm considering just doing the Prorazzo shaves, because it'll be easier. And consistent. I mean, I'll check in. But it's not going to be as often as usual. So, then, next week Sunday, as of right now, is slated to just be a normal day. Church, laundry, work at home. Relax. Monday, I'm also off of work. So I'm having 3 work days off. So the rose scent in this is very strong, but I'll be honest, I don't know if it's because I took in a little bit of sun yesterday. I did wear sunscreen, but I do feel a tinge of burn. Not as bad as that exclusive Badger and Bladen from their Sumo Memorial auction, but a small hint, and it could be the sunburn. So we'll see. I'm gonna rinse this. Alright, so Monday, my daughter is having her surgery where they put the ear tubes in. They told us we'll probably have to be at the hospital like at 6 a.m. So that's going to be a fun day, and probably a day I don't shave. So, my mind will be on other things. Let's get ready for pass 2. Alright, so anyways, so yesterday I did have a golf tournament. It was called For the Children, which is a tournament at my son's school. He goes to Catholic school. They put on every year. And being a member in the Knights of Columbus, we always participate. We purchase a hole, sponsor a hole, and then we usually try to send 2 or 3 teams. Because those of you that have ever ran a golf tournament, the hardest part, which is weird to think, is actually getting players. So anyways, that's what we do. And I participated this year, which was fun. My team was really good. Not at golf, but just good in general. I enjoyed my time with them. Each group of guys. We shot, the par for the course is 72, we shot 74. So we kind of, for a 4-man scramble, 74 is not good. It's not bad. But it's not good. It's been a while since I've golfed. I used to golf all the time. I had kids, and I just don't have the time anymore. The burn wasn't as bad on that pass, so I'm starting to think it's sunburn related. I'll use this soap again in a week or so. See, for sure. So I'm sure Chris will want to know, because I know rose is one of those scents, those fragrances, where it's borderline if you have too much. All right, so anyways. So we did, okay, I posted a couple pictures of the golf course in my journal if you guys want to go see what it looks like. It's a beautiful course. It got a little windy there towards the end, so. And then we, when I got home, I loaded up the family into the car, and we went downtown, which I didn't know that the Pride Festival was going on downtown, so that made for seeing some interesting characters that are all dressed up and, you know, out. They had their parade, I guess, yesterday morning, and they had a bunch of activities and booths and everything like that down there at our local park, which is like our version of Central Park in New York City. It's actually a really pretty park, and they got a really nice avian zoo there and everything like that you can go to. It's really cool, actually. But anyways, it made for a fun day of parking and stuff like that. So anyways, we did leave early, so we got there on time. We got seated. My son had a great time. My daughter got a little bit restless during it because, like, she'll watch some shows when her brother is allowed to watch TV. But, I mean, she's only one. She's not fully comprehending what's going on. So, yeah. But it was good. Good time. Those of you with little kids, we did go to Paw Patrol Live, and we went to PJ Masks Live now, this year. Paw Patrol Live, way better than PJ Masks Live. PJ Masks Live, you could just tell that this is their first year. They don't have a lot of money. The costumes weren't as good. It just wasn't as good. Paw Patrol was better. But anyways, okay. So I wanted to talk about something as I wrap up here about the website a little bit. You guys know we've been open now, the forum has been open for like 3.5 months. So, we get messages from you guys, some of you, not all of you, with suggestions about things that you would like to see on the website. I just wanted to make it very clear so everyone can tell how sincere I am, because I know Chris, Dave, and I try to make it appear that we're very sincere in the private messages back and forth, but it's hard to guarantee that the message is coming across the way that you want it, right? We love that, okay? We love the suggestions you guys send us because it helps us guarantee that we're not being on a one-track mind. So we've got a few ideas from a couple of folks, and I don't know if we're going to run with them yet. I don't know if they'll ever come to fruition, but what I want to make very clear is that we love it. So keep them coming. If you have an idea, if you want to see something and you're like, hey, I wonder if they thought of this, like for this area of a forum, or to have this type of a contest, or to do this type of a thing, or, you know, whatever it might be, send it to us. Just do the PM on the website, you know, the little envelope at the top. You can type in all 3 of our usernames and send it to us. We love that type of stuff. We really, really do. I'll also say this. From a TSC management standpoint, the 3 of us in the beginning met on the phone 2 to 3 times a week. And then I went to weekly. Because we all 3 of us work regular jobs. I mean, I know Dave's retired, but we all work regular jobs. And this is a hobby of ours. So we now meet bi-weekly on the phone, but we do have a chat that all 3 of us are in on our cell phones, and there's constant communication on that daily. Something we're talking about or discussing, you know, I have to remind Dave that he's old. He forgets that. Can you believe he forgets that? He forgets that he's old. We got to remind him, you know, Sharon asks us to help him out and remind him to go clean the duck poop and stuff like that. So some of it's that, but a lot of it's shave related. So that's kind of what the discussions are. So keep that in mind. But yesterday, because I think all three of us were so busy, was the first day we actually did not have one message in the 3.5 months since we started this. It was the first time we didn't have a message in that group chat. So that shows you guys the amount of constant communication that is going on about this site. I hope that shows you guys how committed we are. So let's go ahead and clean up, and then I'm going to tease one thing at the end. So this was great. I can smell the oud, but the rose is definitely the predominant scent. I did still detect a little bit of burning. The nice thing about that timeless razor is that I am so smooth it's not even funny. I am like Dave's BBS Dolphin Grail Bottom Smooth. And I don't know. When I was in SeaWorld on my honeymoon and we swam with the dolphins, I think they're tacky feeling underwater. So unless Dave's feeling the dolphin out of water and says they're smoother than that, fine. But I mean, this is as good as it gets in shape department-wise. Soap was fantastic, Chris. That's the feedback I'll give you. It was fantastic. So just cleaning up my brush here, and then I'll clean up my face. I'm using warm water right now, so that's why. So yeah, dry this off. Squeeze out the last bit of water. Put it up top here. Let me rinse the face with warm water, and then I'm going to switch to cold water, okay? Off real quick. Okay. I'm going to use the T & Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Let that dry, and we're going to talk for just a quick another minute. I know it's getting long, I'm sorry. So, the teas. Shaving Cadre is getting ready for our next episode of the radio broadcast. So pay close attention for that. We're working out the final details on how that's going to work and what the talk is going to be about, but it's coming soon, sooner than later. It might get delayed a little bit, honestly, because of me, because of the surgery coming up and stuff like that, but we'll see. But I want to let you guys know it's coming. The next thing that's coming is that we are closer to the vendor stores. We have to do this right because we want good relationships and we want people to know how we're different. So we're getting closer. I think the hobbyist section is going to get bigger soon, hopefully. And another tease is that pay close attention for TSC branded gear. That's all I'm going to say right now. But it's coming. Might take a while, might take a few months, but we've got some stuff coming. So I'm going to open up my closet here, and what I'm going to use today, looking at the camera, you guys can't see it. I am going to use, for whatever reason, I hadn't made a decision yet, so there's no shave of the day picture in my journal for this shave. Because I'm not going to take one now, but I couldn't decide what I wanted to use. And as I was shaving, this is what kept jumping into my head, was Canoe. I like this aftershave. It's a good one. It's a nice barbershop, fresh scent, perfect for the type of weather we're having, which is in the mid to high 80s. We're going to be up in the upper 90s next week, which means that Utah's getting closer to the hundreds. So we'll get this on. Good stuff. I'm not going to do my hair, so all that type of stuff on camera. I've got to do it all. But this video is long enough, so I'll put this back. So when I'm done with my hair, I usually go order of do my hair, everything like that. Right before I'm officially done, I'll give myself a couple of Vasilis of the Canoe cologne before I head out the door. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this uploaded and edited as quickly as I can. I did find an editing software which should help. I'm not going to do much editing during the actual video. I'm going to try and keep that as real as possible. just adding our intro to the beginning of the video. So I hope you guys all have a great week. Understand I won't be on as much, but Chris and Dave will be on as their normal selves. I'll check in periodically throughout the week, and I will do my best to keep up to date on as much as I possibly can. But if you do have a specific question, like I mentioned earlier in the video, the three of us love those. Comments, suggestions, feedback, anything along those lines, send it to us. I hope that it came across as sincere as I really want it to. We love that. So once again, thank you everybody. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Have a good one, Cadre.